A number of the hands that Ivey would call both pre-flop and the flop with, like king-queen, king-jack, and king-10 containing a spade, pick up showdown value on the turn. Additionally, John can't be sure that if Ivey had a drawing hand that he would merely call on 2 streets instead of putting a raise in somewhere to try and blow John off a weaker holding. By the time they reach the river, John should know Ivey almost always has a hand with showdown value, and John's best play would have been to check and pray that Ivey checks behind. Instead, he bets, and to exacerbate John's problems, he completely fails to keep his poker face together. I mean, come on, I've seen girls say, I don't usually do this kind of thing, with more believability in their face than this guy in the middle of the bluff. Look here, he's squirming in his chair, feigning a weakish smile. I mean, I'm an online player, and I know that doesn't look right. I know it's hard, but when you make a WPT final table, you've got to set your emotions aside and maintain your physical composure, especially if you're going to get creative against players that are the caliber of Phil Ivey.
We will be right back with more from Bellagio, including my interview with Season 8 WPT Player of the Year, Faraz Jaka. Don't go away. But you put people on crazy monkey toe.
My nemesis, Justin Smith.
Eric, I played all day at day 2 and day 3 and a lot of day 4 with. So I now have a lot of history with him.
He just kept on taking my chips, You really had my number.
Yeah, he told me that I give him nightmares for the past 2 nights. We're gonna have to check with him on that and see if I was still in his dreams.
Welcome back to the World Poker Tour, brought to you by ClubWPT.com. You'll never lose another dime playing poker, guaranteed.
All right, to the felt we go. Young. Rob Akery quickly folding his hand. Eric Afriat, a clothing man from Canada, also folds.
Now the German going out, so we're around to the Australian. John Caridad looks down at Queen Jack on the button.
Yeah, he's still the chip leader.
He's still the chip leader, but the guys sitting in his blinds are what we call defenders, and just 2 of the toughest players, if not the toughest in the world, Phil Ivey and Justin Smith.
Well, John has made it 145,000 to go, but Phil Ivey going to get stubborn. He's got a pair of 3s. Makes the call. Now into the 22-year-old. Boosted J, Justin Smith.
Well, he's got a Queen 9. He's getting about 4-to-1 odds on his money, so certainly getting a price to call here. But look at this, Vince. He is going to raise it. He's making what we call a squeeze play. That's where one guy's raised, another guy's called, and even though you don't have much, you come over the top, just thinking if the first guy goes out, the second guy's going to go out, and you can pick up all that money that's out there. What a play by Justin Smith.
He's made it 515,000 into the Aussie.
Well, he folds his hand. Now around to Ivey, and Ivey very suspicious that Justin could be making the squeeze play, knowing he's very capable of it. Well, Ivey is going to lay him down, so what a great play by Boosted J. Justin Smith taking down the pot with just a great bet.
Looks like he's got a little raincoat on. Just came in from the rain, stealing a few pots. Nicely done.
As Season 9 of the WPT got underway here at the Bellagio Cup, we took the opportunity to take care of a little unfinished business from Season 8. 24-year-old Faraz Jaka picked up his WPT Player of the Year trophy, an honor the man known as the Toilet credits to psychological warfare and the power of monkey tilt. WPT Player of the Year. How does it feel to be on that list?
It feels great. It was my first year playing the WPTs, and I mean, I came in with a bang. I've always thought I've been good enough to win those tournaments, and I actually didn't win any of them yet, but I got Player of the Year, and I had a bunch of final tables, so definitely feel great about it.
Well, your journey began right here at this tournament, in this room, a year ago. How have you changed?
A lot of it is just how people perceive me now. I mean, I really don't think that I've changed much as far as the game goes. People know a lot more about me now, and that obviously affects how they play against me. So there's things like that that I take into consideration.
Well, you are known for your psychological warfare. I don't know how you do it, but you put people on crazy monkey tilt. Has that changed since the episodes have begun to air?
I think it's only gotten better in my favor.
Well, what are you doing outside of poker now?
The thing that's taken up most of my time right now is a caster boarding company that I co-founded. It's called Axis Caster Boarding. It's basically a new board. It's a hybrid sport, and it combines the tricks of a snowboard, a skateboard, and a surfboard, and I'm really excited about it.
I guess that leads into my next question. What's your future in poker? Where do you go from here?
I always say I'm a businessman first, a poker player second, chasing my real passion and still playing poker at the same time. And as far as this year goes, a year after I win Player of the Year, I'm not going to back down because defending would be awesome.
Mike, I'd pay big money to see you on one of those caster boards going down the street. All right, the antes are going up to 10,000, blinds of 40 and 80,000. Back to the action, a quick fold by Moritz Kranich. And now the chip leader, John Karadad's going to raise with King 10 of diamonds. Ivy going out.
Well, John been very active so far at this final table. Picking up some hands, but right behind him, Justin Smith picks up a pair of 10s.
Is Justin going to re-raise? No, just makes a sneaky call. Rob Acree going away. And now the clothing manufacturer with a very snazzy shirt has gone all in with the ace-jack.
Huh? Looks like a big bet.
And it's gone in for a total of 405,000.
He's going to get the call by the Aussie.
Well, he can well afford to make that call, so he does so. Now it's back to Justin. Now he goes all in over the top. So he's trying to isolate himself here, or at least win a big side pot from the Australian, but he goes away.
So Justin's going to show the pair of 10s.
As you see the Canadian pumping his fist here, he's very happy to be in a race situation, to have two overcards against the under pair.
I got it, I feel it.
He can triple up if he wins this pot.
Well, there's Eric's friends.
Best hand I could have seen. Come on.
Sweat the short stack at this point. Got this tournament through $1,000 satellite. Dream still alive. Can he get lucky on this flop? Yes, he does.
He takes the lead with two aces as it comes ace-6-3.
Nicely done. He gets up from his seat. There is hope. Justin disappointed. Here comes the turn.
Well, a deuce of spade comes off. So Justin going to have to catch a 10 to win this pot. John folded one, so we only got one left. Doesn't happen as the 7 of clubs comes off. So the businessman from Canada taking down this pot with a nice triple up there.
Let's play some poker.
Well, with that triple up by Eric, everybody's got chips now, Vince. It's anybody's game.
That is right. The old shirt man puts the starch on Justin, takes down that pot.
There's more World Poker Tour. Stay tuned.
Yeah, I love Bellagio. It's a beautiful casino hotel.
Bellagio is the best place in the world to play. Even when you get a bad beat, just go outside, you see the fountains, listen to some music. You can't find that anywhere else.
Welcome back to the World Poker Tour, brought to you by our Season 9 sponsor, ClubWPT.com.
Well, Vince, let's share with our viewers how they could become the next WPT finalist, courtesy of our sponsor, ClubWPT.com.
Oh, well, Mike, I have to say, I can't believe how great ClubWPT.com is. Really. For $19.95, anybody could put up that money per month, and you get to play in tournaments, you get to win cash, you get to win big prizes, and we have a player, LaRon Washington, who went on to win a WPT championship. So I truly feel it is the best deal in poker.
As they say at the club, you'll never lose another dime playing poker, guaranteed. Let's get back to the action. John's going to raise it up on an ace-6 here. Phil Ivey with the king-queen who's going to make the call. Ivey said he loves sitting behind chip leaders because he's got position on them.
And now the young 22-year-old Justin Smith out on Line Pro. Rob Acree also folding.
225 or 205?
And now it is the tailor, the clothing man, the shirt guy, who actually got those cuffs designed at 31 flavors. He's also going to fold. So two-way action, and here's the flop.
Now flop comes queen, deuce, deuce. No continuation bet by the Australian. And look at this. He checked, and Ivey checks right behind him, even though he flopped top pair. Just wants to camouflage that fact. Now an 8 of spade comes off. And again, John checks, but Ivey's not checking this time.
He's going to bet 300,000.
The Australian didn't make the continuation bet on a flop. You'd think a guy would. But the Australian wants no more of Ivey. He learned his lesson early on at this final table. Fooling with him is not the best thing to do. So he lets it go, and Ivey takes down another pot.
Phil Ivey is probably the best player in the world.
I think he's just smarter than all of us on a poker table.
Do I really need to talk about Phil Ivey?
It's no surprise why they would call him probably the best player in the world.
I'm definitely one of poker's greatest players of all time.
Phil Ivey is in his own league.
There's times where I play really good, and there's times where I don't play as well. I mean, just like any other poker player, you know, I'm human. You know, I take the game very seriously. I have a lot of good results because of my hard work. And, you know, I have some talent for the game. I'm just grateful and feel very fortunate that, you know, I'm able to play a game that I love and make a living from it. I mean, you can't ask for more.
Oh, he is great, but what is about all that hard work? I hear he just goes out to clubs and plays craps. Who are we kidding?
You ask any pro poker player in the world who the #1 player in the world is, every one of them to a man will say Phil Ivey. He's the top tournament winner of all time, the top cash game winner, the top online winner. He's also made the most final tables in the history of the World Poker Tour.
All right, and once again, Phil, with ace-jack of clubs, going to raise to $200,000 to go. A few folds around the table. Up to his old nemesis, the Australian, John Caridad, who's going to make a call with Queen 4.
John just getting a little stubborn now, trying to beat Ivey a pot so bad. Hasn't done so yet today. And flop comes King, Jack 10. So Ivey out in front with the 2 jacks, but John has an open-ended straight draw.
Yeah, John is checked, and Ivey going to bet away $300,000.
Now John's going to make the call with the straight draw.
Pair of 10s on the board. John checking again.
This card will probably scare Ivey. He knows the guy's got something. He's got kings, he's got jacks, he's got 10s, or an open-end straight draw. One of those hands he has to have. So Ivey wisely checks, in my mind, right behind him. Now a 6 comes off. John just checking. He's waving the flag. Can't win the pot with just a queen high here.
Queen high.
Ivey's going to take it down with 2 jacks. And one more time, Ivey takes down the Australian.
Yes, he does. And with that hand, Phil Ivey has become our new chip leader. How do you like that? All right, antes are going up to 10,000. Blinds 50 and 100. Rob Akery once again out.
Well, the shirt maker out of Canada looks down at 2 5s here.
I'm all in.
And he's going all in on the short stack, just going to shove it out there with the 2 5s.
Like he should. Moritz out. The Aussie out as well. He even got Ivey to fold. Booster J. Oh, he's got jacks.
But he's going to make the call.
Oh, the Taylor in a lot of trouble right now as his friends look on.
Come on. One time.
Yeah, one time, he says. That's the desperation prayer in poker when a guy says one time.
Yeah, was that one time, the time he hit the aces, though, early on. He needs the second time.
I shot it away. I feel it again.
They say one time now, but he'll say one time again later, and one time again later. Yeah, flop comes King 10-4. So far, Justin's 2 jacks out in front. Eric is going to have to catch a 5, or he's going to be heading back to Montreal.
I'm staying in Vegas.
Oh, boy, he says he's going to stay in Vegas.
Now, why not celebrate wherever you come in? Well, a 9 comes off on the turn. So the shirt maker from Canada is going to pop his last button unless a 5 comes up on the river.
And there's his buddies rooting him on. Can he pull off the miracle?
Come on, do this. Once.
Nope. 3 of diamonds comes off. So that's going to do it for the Canadian Eric Offriat, out tonight in 6th place.
I was very lucky against you.
Well, he shakes hands. He's a gentleman. He picks up a lot of fans and friends. 119,000 to go with it. But the Taylor has to say goodnight. He sticks himself with his pin. We are down to 5 players. Don't go away. We'll be right back with more exciting poker brought to you by ClubWPT.com.
3 days away from a WPT title. Think positive. Ready to play some poker.
This is Phil Hellmuth. He's entering the WPT here in Bellagio, and I will try to get something out of him. This is so exciting. Right, I hope I don't fall over.
I love coming in at the last possible minute, and it's a break-even play. Coming this late, you're at a big disadvantage in that you don't have very many chips.
Right.
But you're at an advantage. There's only 100 players left, and it's just kind of nice. And, you know, I'm due. Maybe this could be it. I love it. I can play 9 hours today, 9 hours tomorrow. I'm at the final table. Knock it off after about 5. Boom, boom, boom. They're focused, ready. All in. That didn't last long. I forgot to win a hand today. So, I mean, not very many tournaments where I don't win a single hand.
Well, Welcome back to the World Poker Tour. That is the very colorful and genius poker player, Phil Hellmuth, who came, who saw, who busted.
Well, Phil Ivey, like Phil Hellmuth, bought in on day 3 of this tournament. The difference is